Hello City Life family, nice to be with you on this, the 1st of May. Time is flying. And we're giving time and space this month to reflect on our hearts and the journey we have made and are making through COVID times and the challenges and losses within that, and through leaving our home at 286 after 10 years and becoming more of a family on a pilgrimage for a while. For many of us, this is a season of lament or of leaving the past behind and entering a different, unfamiliar future. For most of us, I believe, it's also a time of restoration of our hearts to God, to see them burn again with passion for Jesus and his purposes. And so we will follow him wherever he wants to lead us. And obviously that's vitally important at this time. Certainly this is the case for me, and I share with you a recent entry from my journal. Rewilded heart. These days there is much talk of rewilding the landscape, realising a heavy human hand destroys more than it builds in the name of productivity. Better to let the land be free and allow nature to take its course. The Creator understood this when he declared that beginning on the first day of the 7th month of every 7th year, the land be left fallow, to rest from cultivation, a Sabbath for the soil. Throughout that year, there was no sowing nor reaping, no pruning nor harvesting, and God was trustworthy to give enough for both years in the 6th year of cultivation. There would be no lack, only rest, and just enough time for a few dormant seeds to sprout, a few wildflower seeds to blow in and take root, a few crawlies to creep back in, a few birds to fly in to taste some old favourites, a few small animals to make their homes amid the sprouting grasses. The one who made them all, ensuring the land remained hospitable to natural species and wildlife. Rhythms of rewilding ordained for both land and man, to save the land from being plundered into eventual barrenness, and to save our souls from the type of toil that takes us back into slavery, from which he has set us free and desires we remain free. A perfect time for us to reset and rediscover the freedom of his spirit, the wild abandon of prayer, the adventure of his mission, the creativity of worship, the fiery heat of his passion, the expanse of his affection and compassion, the steadfast nature of his provision and protection. Only then do we come to realise all we have lost over years before, disappearing so slowly we didn't recognise the erosion of our trust, the diminishment of our faith, the domestication of our view of God, the restraint on his power, the cooling of our hearts, the fatigue of our compassion, the gradual withdrawing of our service, our elevation of man beyond coping or anointing, the resultant weariness and joylessness of soul as we try to control that which is beyond our control. We are being given a time, a Sabbath year of fallow, to allow for the kind of rest that causes the wilderness to bloom again. The wilderness of our hearts and the wilderness of our land. Presently, the journey is more important than the destination, for we must be renewed in order to inhabit the new landscape God has planned for us. A time is given to lament and mourn our losses, to place our hearts once again into the Creator's hands to be healed, restored, and rewilded according to his pattern, to follow his spirit winds together wherever they will lead us. A time is being given. How will we respond? And I've got a picture here to remind us of what a rewilded heart might look like, in artistic terms anyway. I'm just going to read 2 scriptures. Psalm 51, 10 to 12. It's a prayer really, and it's my prayer. Keep creating in me a clean heart. Fill me with pure thoughts and holy desires ready to please you. May you never reject me. May you never take from me your sacred spirit. Let my passion for life be restored, tasting joy in every breakthrough you bring to me. Hold me close to you with a willing spirit that obeys whatever you say. And Isaiah 35:1. 2 and 3. The wilderness and dry land will be joyously glad. The desert will blossom like a rose and rejoice. Every dry and barren place will burst forth with abundant blossoms, dancing and spinning with delight. My people will see the awesome glory of Yahweh, the beautiful grandeur of our God. Strengthen those who are discouraged. Energize those who feel defeated. Say to the anxious and fearful, be strong and never afraid. Look, here comes your God. He is breaking through to give you victory. He comes to avenge your enemies. With divine retribution, he comes to save you. I hope those that resonate with this word will spend some time pondering it before God, allowing him to move upon us, create the fire in us again. For those who don't need that, that's fine. You've got a heart like this already. For some of us, we just need it rewilding. So God, may you do that for us as we open ourselves up to you again, and help us journey together this next phase, because we know it's going to be good. We know, God, you're with us. You're leading us out. We know the desert will bloom and our land will be fruitful. So blessings on us all. Lots of love.